The cosmos has just triggered your last sequence, chosen ones. 3, 2, 1, the official countdown has begun. The most amazing turn of events this world has ever seen is going to happen to your adversaries. Cosmic justice is precisely loading your fate right now. You could even attract powers who have no business interfering with your heavenly birthright if you say it out loud. Recently, something changed in the atmosphere. You sensed it. Some individuals today stumble over basic lines, when in the past they could use their words to cast spells that made you question yourself. Their attempts at manipulation are unsuccessful. Their remarks that are passive-aggressive become less hurtful. This is not an accident. This is the start of the total destruction of your adversary. This world has never witnessed such a turnaround of fortune as you are experiencing. The floodgates of finance are slowly opening. Don't speak. Protect this discovery as you would state secrets. Your present reality will seem like a rough draft in comparison to what will come to pass, since what is about to happen to you is so drastically different. While your enemies plotted your demise, the cosmos was preparing for your triumph. Your adversaries believed they understood you. They carried out their lunar rites in private, focusing on your well-being, mental acuity, and capacity for rational thought. With compound interest, every hex, curse, and bad intent they threw your way has come back to haunt you. Their assaults surrounded your energy with an unbreakable barrier rather than diminishing it. With every unsuccessful effort to get through, this barrier becomes stronger. They've discovered something disastrous for their cause, and the terror in their ranks is now evident. This wasn't meant to be fully healed by you. It was not intended for you to come out of their sabotage more powerful, stronger, and more lucid than before. The individual who used to be able to manipulate whole rooms with subtle hints is now unable to speak when they are around you. They're going through the cosmic equivalent of having their abilities taken away. With every unsuccessful effort to turn people against you, their credibility erodes. Your metamorphosis is being seen by everyone around you, and their comments are meaningless in comparison to the proof that you are flourishing. The fact that you have something in your spirit that cannot be dulled, stolen, or destroyed is what they didn't get. Because they can no longer read you, the controlling figure that is keeping tabs on your every action is getting less sleep. They used to shoot out psychic tentacles, but now they bounce off your aura. They are becoming more desperate as a result of their incapacity to control you. However, every action they do simply serves to hasten their own demise. Their problems are merely making the web they're caught in more tightly wound. Your spirit has a flame that, when prodded, doesn't go out. It bursts into a fire that lights up everything in its path. People have always been attracted to you because of this. Why some people revere the earth you tread on, while others secretly plan your destruction. You have a light that may either arouse people's darkest fears about their own darkness or inspire them to greatness. Your adversary first became interested in you because of your inner fire. They saw your potential before you did. Since they were aware of what would happen once you fully realize your potential, they have spent years attempting to dampen your light. They're afraid of what will happen now that the awakening is complete. Only certain frequencies may now pass through the fortress that is your energy field. You've been attracted to automatic activities that have developed psychic muscles that allow you to repel negativity without having to think about it. People who used to drain you are now unable to connect with you. Your presence attracts others who share your ultimate good. You are now energetically independent. Your interests in intuitive activities, creative writing, and meditation weren't coincidental. They served as cosmic duties to get you ready for this. You were strengthening your spiritual muscles each time you heeded those inner cues. The energy fortress you have built around yourself is impenetrable to the hostile eyes that earlier watched your every step. From inside, the once powerful manipulation network is disintegrating. Their poison is starting to be exposed by former pals who formerly assisted in its dissemination. People are now protecting you rather than criticizing your judgment after phone calls that formerly led to effective character assassination efforts. Your light has become too strong to ignore, so the rumors that used to spread like wildfire now die on people's lips. Watch as their typical strategies fail miserably as they struggle to keep control. They're losing the support of the family members they formerly relied on for their smear efforts. Friends who formerly took your subliminal hints seriously are now seeing how clearly you're doing. They've developed a preoccupation with social media monitoring. They go over your profiles many times a day, looking for any indication of weakness or vulnerability that they may take advantage of. Instead, they discover proof of your consistent development and increasing self-assurance. Every post that conveys your joy serves as a dagger in their desire to see you fail. They've been launching whisper campaigns behind your back, but they're not working as well. Those who use a nod in agreement are now either stating explicitly that they don't want to hear it or shifting the topic. Instead, the same individuals they relied on to help isolate you are starting to defend your reputation and vitality. Promote this video so that additional people who are selected like you may discover it if its message resonates with you. It's not a random countdown. The cosmos is counting down the seconds until your moment arrives. There's a person on this planet right now who will permanently alter your life. Not in a magical sense, but in ways that are real, palpable, and transformative. This individual has the secret to opening doors to heights of love, abundance, and purpose you've only ever imagined. Mathematical convergence of your trajectories is imminent. The financial boon that is on its way to you is more than simply cash. Freedom became a reality. It symbolizes restitution for wrongs, whether it takes the form of inheritance, business opportunity, settlement, or investment return. Attorneys you haven't yet met are preparing documents at offices you haven't visited. They are all working in enigmatic unison to guarantee that your financial independence cannot be challenged. Contracts are being created that will safeguard the empire you will establish, as well as your immediate windfall. Before you even realize it, every legal gap that may be used against you is being closed. Beyond what your present intellect can understand, a financial infrastructure is being constructed around your future prosperity. Advisors are putting up investment portfolios intended to provide passive revenue streams that will sustain your charitable initiatives that will inevitably arise from your expanded awareness, in addition to your personal prosperity. The agreements being drafted by estate planners will guarantee that your legacy endures. Cosmic coincidence is establishing banking links. The correct tax strategists, investment managers, and loan officers are all being placed in your way. When you're ready to deal with the amount of money that is coming your way, the person in charge is working feverishly behind the scenes to learn more about your evolving circumstances. In an attempt to ascertain what danger this provides to their control, they are contacting their network and posing apparently benign queries. However, every effort encounters a barrier. When family members learn of your elevation, they will show their real colors, even if they first seem to be supportive. When wealth begins to come your way, those who formerly applauded your hardships may suddenly worry about your new mindset. The wheat is separated using this test, and a lot of the individuals in your present group will fail miserably. However, this is liberty rather than loss. Energy vampires who are always more concerned with your hardship than your achievement are being released from you. Conditions were unintentionally created by those who attempted to harm you. Every effort to undermine you serves as fuel for your growth. Every falsehood about you serves as evidence of your genuine strength. Their habits of conduct make the desperation more and more apparent. Unexpected interest in your everyday routine after months or years of separation. Unexpected invites to get-togethers with relatives that you were not previously invited to. Inquiries about your job, relationships, and financial status that are veiled as compassionate dialogue. Still, it's clear that they're searching for information to use against you. They're increasingly trying to sow doubt. Hints that you're changing too much, moving too quickly, or turning into someone they don't recognize. Their fear that you're outgrowing them is evident in these remarks. Their efforts at manipulation become more obvious the more self-assured you become. Observe their efforts to enlist more people in their cause. Concerns about your mental health are expressed over the phone to common pals. Messages to family members indicating that possible assistance may be required. These strategies that may have succeeded in the past now backfire. In this new chapter, the person who is supposed to be your companion is already looking for you. They carry their own money, their own power, and their own goal, even if they may not completely comprehend what they're searching for. But without the special frequency you provide, they are lacking. This will not be a rescue situation where one of you rescues the other when you first meet. It will be two whole, prosperous people who see themselves in the mirror and decide to work together to create an empire. Since you both realize this relationship will start with professional respect, the chemistry will be intense, and the attraction will be irrefutable. But the knowledge you've both acquired from your own struggles will help you stay committed to building solid foundations first. This constraint should not be interpreted as a lack of interest. It's the mark of two knowledgeable individuals. Alongside your creative talents, your business sense is growing, producing a unique blend that is much needed by the globe. Both the smart entrepreneur and the imaginative artist will be needed in this cooperation, and you're becoming both of them. This individual is coping with their own brand of financial troubles and familial strife, making room for what you'll construct together by removing their own trash. They're going through their own emancipation, their own acceleration, and their own discernment tests. You will know each other when your paths eventually intersect, by the familiar energy of someone else who made it through the refining process, not simply by attractiveness. Respect for each other's unique achievements will be the cornerstone of your working partnership. Since you have already completed the process of being entire, neither of you will be searching for someone else to complete you. Rather, you will see in one another the unique ability to enhance rather than diminish your current power. Your true love won't use extravagant actions to demonstrate their value, but via their steadfast assistance in the latter stages of your metamorphosis. When your last adversaries start acting frantically, when your determination is finally put to the test, this individual will be at your side with silent power, providing both emotional stability and workable answers. You'll be able to tell they're the one in this way. They enhance you, not because they make you whole. Your previous relationships were never intended to last. They were getting ready, teaching you the opposite of what you want, while removing the remnants of previous patterns that could have kept you from identifying your actual match. If someone from your past tries to re-enter your life, they're not bringing anything sincere. Like a moth to flame, they're reacting to the intensity of your elevation, drawn to your newfound brilliance. But I can't equal your vibe at all. This X will use strategic time to make their move, feeling as if significant changes are taking place in your life. They will look humble as they approach, speaking about development and transformation, claiming to have at last realized what they had lost. You'll detect the same old entitlement behind their changed veneer, however, the same expectation that they should be able to access your affection. You've raised your expectations so high that it's not just impossible to go back. Your system physically hurts from it. When someone who rejected you throughout your stage of development now wants to make amends, you'll be able to distinguish between accomplishment and potential. This reunion may even be encouraged by the domineering individual who is anxious to restore power. They are aware of this person's shortcomings, recognize just how to control them, think that their greatest hope of halting your rise is to bring you back together. They are unaware of how thorough your metamorphosis has been. You would have to betray all you've been in order to go backward. The Great Design makes use of this tremendous energy. It's your last discernment exam. It is no accident that they have arrived. It's how the world lets you know that you've really outgrown your previous habits. Your reaction to their approaches will show how fully you've asserted your authority. Keep an eye on how their presence impacts your energy field when they finally make their move. In the past, they could have aroused thoughts of skepticism or nostalgia. You will now just be somewhat curious as to why you ever believed they were a good fit for you. You'll question how they ever managed to manipulate your emotions since their efforts will be so obvious. Time is speeding up now. Things that would often take years to happen are now occurring in weeks or even months. You're not experiencing random acceleration. It is a calculated move. The window is opening, and you're being accelerated through the last phases of preparation. Every synchronicity you see, every intuitive strike you get, every door that seems to open by magic is proof that you are in the right place. You're not being asked to keep quiet for the sake of secrecy. The goal is to preserve the developing object's energy integrity. You attract meddling from those who have no right to be engaged in your destiny when you reveal intentions ahead of time. In the next weeks, keep an eye out for the indicators. Unexpected financial opportunity. Unexpected court rulings that support your arguments. Random meetings with individuals that instantly grasp your vision. It's not a coincidence. They serve as affirmations that the time has come for you. Every aspect of your life is concurrently impacted by the acceleration. Opportunities for a career that would often take months appear in a matter of days. Long-term courting relationships progress at a never-before-seen rate toward commitment. Windfalls of money that often take years appear in short bursts. There's a divine reason for this compression of time. The time required for your full metamorphosis has been precisely estimated by the universe, has planned for every aspect of your breakthrough to take place within that time. Your experiences of synchronicity are not coincidental. They serve as breadcrumbs that will take you to your destination as quickly as possible. This acceleration stage brings in folks who are more than just acquaintances. They will play an important role in your future success. These discussions are divine appointments. What you need is the knowledge that is coming to you in unexpected ways. Your physical presence undergoes a significant change that others notice right away. When you speak, people pause and pay attention because of the sudden power in your voice. Quiet certainty has taken the place of the uneasy, questioning tone that used to characterize your discussions. Your posture has also altered. Your gait has changed. You go around areas as if you own them because you do so enthusiastically. Withdrawal is happening to the energy vampires. They get more agitated, more desperate, and more blatantly poisonous. Therefore, they are unable to utilize your life energy to sustain their fictitious stability. These days, their disguise slips more often, enabling others who were previously unable to perceive it to glimpse the darkness underneath. The domain of influence of the dominant person is steadily contracting. As their reputation is irreparably damaged, former allies start to distance themselves. Everyone now finds the subtle poison they formerly disseminated to be bitter. Individuals are becoming immune. They are becoming more and more alone, surrounded by the exact mayhem they have been causing for other people for years. The family get-togethers where they used to hold court have become into awkward events. They are becoming more desperate as a result of their incapacity to control you. They may attempt one more gambit in their desperation, contacting your intended partner personally, trying to turn them against you before you have a chance to develop a bond, pretending to be the worried relative and telling false tales about your history. However, the cosmos has also been ready for this time. They turn the seclusion they used as a weapon against others into a prison of their own. People in the community understand how harmful they are, decide to keep their distance in order to preserve their own tranquility. Without them, the social gatherings take place. It turns out that the influence they believe to be unbreakable is based more on fear than respect. Fear also has an expiry date. It becomes more insulting to see their frantic efforts to stay relevant. They begin to make unfulfillable promises, claiming relationships they don't really have, overstating their significance in circumstances when they were only supporting actors. Their seeming desperation has made many who formerly dreaded their censure feel sorry for them. Observe how ex-enablers start talking freely. Decades of skillfully concealed psychological trauma are revealed as a result of this cascading impact. There are reports of other individuals they have targeted. They have attempted to ruin other lives. Even their most devoted followers can no longer ignore the pattern because it becomes so clear. It's no accident that your adversaries are becoming poorer. Their own resources start to inexplicably disappear as their bad energy boomerangs back. The last-minute collapse of business transactions they were banking on. Investments depreciate. They start to lose the very abundance they attempted to take from you. as if riches were being redistributed by the cosmos itself in accordance with the laws of cosmic justice. See how they make a valiant effort to get back in touch with those they have harmed in the past. All of a sudden, they want to mend the connections they ruined by being manipulative. These efforts at reconciliation fall flat because they have a well-known reputation for being harmful. They are now seen as pitiful by those who formerly dreaded their condemnation. Your impending windfall has legal safeguards that are not accidental. The cosmos has been arranging events to make sure that your blessing will come. It is more tightly secured than Fort Knox. Cosmic justice will be meted out to anybody who attempts to violate your rights. Your financial advisors are already working on wealth management plans. The agreements being drafted by estate planners will guarantee that your legacy endures. Investment portfolios are being set up to help you with your charitable work and personal wealth. Speak to My Lawyers is going to be your go-to reaction. The world is setting up the framework for prosperity that is considerably more than you can now comprehend. In reality, everyone who tries to steal from you will lose their own money. The workings of divine justice are mathematically exact. Financial assets are not the only ones that are protected. Your creative efforts, commercial relationships, and intellectual property are all protected. You're not merely inspired personally by the thoughts that come to you. They are downloads from a higher level of awareness that are intended to help people. Investments are safeguarded by the universe. You're winning legal battles that didn't seem imaginable. Suddenly, court matters that have been dragging on for years are resolved. They're reinterpreting contracts. The legal system itself seems to be skewed toward making sure you succeed, because your achievement benefits more than just you personally. Your ex or other opportunists will find that protection measures render their attempts ineffective when they attempt to assert rights to assets. The universe protects more than only its selected ones. It provides instances of people who attempt to steal from them. The artistic endeavors to which you have been called are not pastimes. They serve as doors to your mission. You're opening channels each time you produce from a genuine place. You have been urged to cultivate your abilities for this reason. These creative skills will become the cornerstone of something that affects a lot more people when your destiny partnership comes together. You'll work together to produce something that raises awareness and creates riches. Your artistic creations will acquire prophetic characteristics. Works that you haven't even thought of yet are becoming into cultural icons. Together, you will create a commercial empire based on ideas that conventional thinking would consider unthinkable. Extreme openness and extensive profit sharing. But your extraordinary success will come from these same concepts, demonstrating that conscious capitalism is not only feasible but also unavoidable. The cosmic plan uses your creative creations for a variety of reasons. On the surface, they provide artistic satisfaction and emotional relief. More profoundly, they're frequency code-carrying transmission devices. Your unwritten songs have the power to mend hearts. Your untold tales will encourage bravery. Your unbuilt enterprises will demonstrate that purpose and profit can coexist. During this acceleration time, you will get creative downloads that are not only inspiration. The purpose of these strategic broadcasts is to get you ready for the next stage of your mission. Every assignment you finish develops the abilities you'll need for the more complex tasks that lie ahead. Every innovative risk you take increases your ability to manage the scale of achievement that lies ahead. At first, critics will reject your works because they are too idealistic. Early transmissions from a highly advanced human civilization will be visible to those who are able to identify them. Your creative production will be examined by educational organizations. Your reluctance to share your talents stems from seeing their potential. Your offspring will possess genetic codes that, by today's standards, seem unattainable. Their innate psychic powers will seem extraordinary. Your foundation will be strengthened by these young people, developing inventions that combine consciousness with technology. You're paving the way for them today, so they won't have to face the same struggles you had. The countdown to your full metamorphosis quickens. Synchronicities grow so commonplace that they stop being amazing coincidences and instead become the everyday cadence of your life. The distinction between free choice and divine direction blurs. 3 stands for the conclusion of previous cycles, the last removal of trash from your history. The number 2 stands for the stage in a relationship when your uniqueness draws the ideal complement. 1 stands for unified awareness, in which you and your intended partner work together as one cohesive entity. The last desperate efforts of your opponent get more and more pitiful. Former enablers start discussing their manipulative strategies in public, causing a chain reaction that reveals decades of psychological trauma that was meticulously concealed. They turn the seclusion they used as a weapon into a prison of their own. The wealth that enters your life turns like a river. There are venture capital funds that only make investments in businesses that are consciousness-based. Other ethical business people who choose to work together rather than compete are drawn to your achievement. When your collaboration strengthens and your accomplishments become indisputable, those who misjudge you will try one last time, desperately, to get their part. They will show up with legal papers claiming ownership of assets that are unrelated to them. However, the safeguards will render their efforts not only pointless, but also expensive. Others may use the healing process that led you to this place as a model. The values you've lived by will serve as the foundation for support groups. When dealing with clients, mental health specialists will bring up your change. The point at which everything changes is 0. When you start living the life you've been dreaming about. When the flow of wealth is so constant that the idea of shortage seems alien. 0 is when you grin as you reflect on these words. The wealth that enters your life turns into a river that supports many additional endeavors. Other ethical business owners are drawn to your success, establishing a network of businesses that promote one another's development while acting in the best interests of society. As your money increases and your influence expands, you'll find that your purpose goes much beyond achieving personal achievement. Your own recovery path creates a blueprint that serves as a lighthouse. Your very presence is evidence, even if you don't want to become a teacher. The genetic code for a new form of success will be carried by the offspring or artistic endeavors that result from your marriage. One that respects both spiritual development and financial riches. You're doing more than simply making money. You're establishing a model for the success of aware individuals. Your legacy will encourage others to think that significance and money don't have to be mutually exclusive. Your relationship will be examined by academic institutions as an example of purposeful collaboration. The traditional competitive paradigm will seem to be progressively outdated. There will be the emergence of social networks and technological platforms. Manipulation-based interactions will be replaced by communication systems built on transparency. To accommodate the increased degree of awareness, society's entire infrastructure will change. As more people escape generational norms, the change in awareness quickens. It is no longer feasible to sustain the separation strategies that formerly kept awakened souls apart. Awakened awareness evolves as a planetary nervous system. The countdown has begun. Choose one. There is nothing on earth or in heaven that can stop what is about to happen to you. Those who refuse to accept anything less than their divine heritage are always repaid by the cosmos. Your adversaries have been defeated. You will win. The only thing left to ask is whether you're prepared to deal with the scope of what's about to happen. Recall this instance, this sense of assurance and expectation, because you will soon be a live example of how the universe constantly rewards those who don't give up on their aspirations. This is your moment. Your significant other is on their way. You will win. 3, 2, 1, the start of your new existence.